Hey, this is Dave from Stencil. We're going to look at some techniques for filling in gaps caused by bridges. Now, I've got this nice stencil of Sean Combs, but the darkest layer has a bunch of bridges that look like crap when we take the stencil away. One way to deal with these gaps is to fill them in by hand, but that could take a long time and it could also get messy. Another way to deal with it is to create a stencil whose purpose is just to fill in the gaps. As you can see, we've got the stencil with lines and dots which correspond to the bridges that are in the original stencil. And when we paint over this, we basically fill in all of the gaps with one shot. Most of the time this is overkill, but especially on the darkest layer, sometimes it's just what you need. Now, there's some downsides to using this type of stencil to cover your bridges. And I just wanted to go through them really quickly. One is that you have to register it really well in order for it to work, because you don't want to have a line that extends beyond another painted area. So if you were to just slap this thing up there and start painting it in any random location, it would leave some big black lines in the middle of your stencil that you wouldn't want. Second, you use more paint when you do this because you basically got a big sheet that's just got a few lines and dots on it, and you're painting the whole sheet. Third, you have to keep track of more stencils. Obviously, for every layer that you want to use this technique with, you're going to have the base stencil layer, and you're also going to have this layer that covers the bridges. All in all, I think it's a good technique to use on the darkest layer when you really want to be able to cover those bridges fast and get out of town. So that's it. This is Dave from Stencil.